Barbara Dolores is first. Barbara Dolores is first. Lakeitha is 2. Buddy Ware, I'm sorry, he's dropped from number 1 to number 3. Reverend Bonamitri Jackson is 4. Dana B is 5. Trisha Howard is 6. Gene Coleman is 7. E. Joyce Paris is with us every night except one is 8. Marjorie in Albuquerque is 9. And Chat Howard is 10. So that's it. I mean, y'all tried it. I mean, I tried to get close to 8 as I could. But good evening to all of you, to Gloria. Good evening to you. Let me see. Get this right. Use another platform today. All right, there we go. Gloria Tia is on. Robert Richards, Happy New Year. Gene Coleman, Happy New Year to you as well. Rashawn Williams, good evening. Dr. Harris, hello, ma'am. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Janet, Janet, I didn't see you, Janet. Wait a minute. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Janet is. I'm sorry, Janet. Janet, you were actually. So I think Chat get knocked out of. Chat is number 11 because now Janet was in. Sorry, Chat. It'd be like that sometimes. Lily Reddick is on. Good to see Latrell Smith on with us. Hey, Godwin is on. Now Godwin is actually in Nigeria. He's in Ghana. I've met Godwin some years ago when I visited Ghana, and he's in Ghana. So good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Rashawn Williams, hello. Good to see Dr. Pete Silver, who is the newest resident of Ghana, or citizen of Ghana. Good to see Sarah Stevens on. Liberty City's finest and Liberty County's finest. Good to see Coach Cassell Bell on from Jacksonville, Florida. Duval, Happy New Year to Paige. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Josie Jones, Happy New Year to you. Sarah Malone, hello. Good to see you. Hey, Rachel. Hope you are doing well as well. Lenora Moore is on with us. Thank you. And thank you, Reverend Jackson. I am grateful for this. Let me see. Chat. See, chat. It's almost like the new playoffs in college football. So yeah, we'll push for. We'll see what happens with Shop 12 next week. Brother Alan Wright is on. So good to see you. Always glad to have you. Joan Daniel, hello. Leslie, good to see Leslie. And Red Strawberries is on, reminding everybody to juice it up in 2025. Kim B is on. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you are doing well. Lita, where were you today? I've been looking for you like all day and couldn't find you. Barbara Pinckney is on. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you had a good new year. And of course, thank you for joining us. And to all of you, here we are. I'm trying to see. I think this video to catch up. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Thanks. Hey, Rosemary Mackey. Hope you're doing well, ma'am. Hope you had a good new year. Spencer, Ellis White III, good to see you, sir. I saw you on stage last night, and I saw you in the front row. Didn't get a chance to get to you, but good to see you. Estella Hopkins is on. Happy New Year from McIntosh County. Willie Brantley is on with us. Gloria Smith, good to see you. Good to see the Monica Thornton is on. I know you have had a rough week for more reasons than one. So I hope that you are licking your wounds, and I trust that you'll feel better soon. Bren! Good to see you, Bren. I miss you too. You didn't have to leave us, Bren, but you know, we still love you. Good to see Shantae Wright, the Queen of Liberty. Hope you're doing well. Sherry Smiley is on from Ludowici, Georgia. So we're doing pretty well. We got Liberty County on, and we have Long County on. Pastor William Easton, good to see you. Thank you. Lita is on vacation but sick. Ain't that messed up? You should have came on to work for all that. Let's see. Nicole wants to talk shop soon. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Tanil, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Good to see Pinky on. I saw you last night, and you were trying to be mean, and Mama got you right. Ha ha ha. Good to see Aunt Ollie on. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for joining us. Stacy is on from Chi-Town. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you. Marianne Goldwire, good to see you, ma'am. Happy New Year. Rasta Tasha Walton, hopefully you're doing well. Blessings flow to you and yours this time. And good to see Pastor Thurman Neal Tillman on. Again, he is actively recuperating. You cannot keep a good man down. And so we continue to pray for you, Pastor Tillman. And even though you're going through all you've been through, you still on Friday Night Live. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give him a heart today. I'm going to figure out a heart for him as he continues to get well. And good to see the Stephanie Bagwood on as well. She decrees and declares an amazing 2025. I agree. Right? Shauna Kennedy, it is cold. Yeah, it was cold for us. Yeah, it's just a little cold. Let me see. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
48
Tonight,
degrees.
expect a low of 34 degrees.
It'll be 34 degrees tonight. So, for us, we don't do cold all that. Good to see Sister Barbara Foster on. Good to see Wanda Tillman, who's been playing the head nurse and nurse in charge. And so thank you for taking care of Pastor. Barbara Dolores, good to see you. Kathy Grant, thank you. Hello, good to see you. Lynn, hello Lynn, Happy New Year. Good to see Bernard Roberson on. And Serena Robinson, happy birthday. You had a birthday on December 31st, so happy birthday to you. So y'all can say hello, happy birthday to Serena. Sheila is on from the Wick, from Brunswick, Georgia. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Mama Charlotte is on. Happy New Year to you. Also to Ebony Talbert. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. As well, Shauna, that's right. We thank God for mercy and grace. And to Neil, it is colder in New York. Georgia Davis, good to see you. Hello. Regina Young, good to see you. Hope you're doing better. You should be about finished. With the with your rehabilitation, right? I think you should be about done. Shaka say she gonna freeze delivering y'all mail. Well, Shaka, if it's bills, you can wait till next week for that. You can wait. If it's a check, you can go ahead and bring that. You can freeze for that. Brother Keith Kimball, good to see you as well. Thank you, Barbara. I hope she enjoyed it. It appeared that she did. Carrie, I do not know if the Port of Savannah is going on strike. It's not the Port of Savannah. It's essentially the international longshoremen's with the ship owners. It's not our port. It's the workers nationally. And so I don't know. I think they're doing all they can to make sure that that they don't. I mean, obviously that's not good for anybody. Hopefully they can continue to talk and work it all out. Scott, good to see you. Scott is bringing the plants in. Very good. Yes. Sarah wants to go to Africa. So Dr. Silva, if you would, you see Sarah Malone on here. So Dr. Silva is coordinating our trip to Ghana. And so we would love for you to go with us. So, hey, good to see you. Miss Dawn, Happy New Year to you as well. And to haters like Brian, that, we just let hate roll off of us. Patricia Coleman, good to see you. Tam Love, Happy New Year, good to see you. Vanessa Young, as well. Dripping the pipes, very good. 4 more weeks, Regina. We're keeping our eyes open for you. 4 more weeks, so 4 more Friday Night Lives, and then we're going to celebrate with you when you have no more rehabilitation. Joyce Snyder is on. Happy New Year to you. Lou Phelps, good evening as well. Carrie Rotto, thank you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Dana is on. Happy New Year to you. Also, thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. Ross Natasha, I say to you as well. Looking forward to it. Erica, where have you been? I think we've been looking for you as well. And Byron, hello. You're in Sickleville, New Jersey. I know of that city somewhere, but good to see you. Thank you. Patricia, Mom, and Max are well. I saw Mom this week. Saw Max this week, and they both were very, very happy. I did post a picture for Max. Did you see a picture? I posted a picture of Max for you all. My mother has him have some sweaters, and when we wore the Christmas T-shirts, Max had a T-shirt on. Max had on a T-shirt. Then she says, "Oh, well, it's cold outside. Max is going to get cold." It's like Max is a dog. But anyway, I won't say that too long. I don't think she knows who the dog. We are sending prayers to New Orleans and talk a little bit about that. Sarah, thank you as well. Ophelia, Happy New Year. Asia, happy Friday night. Good to see you. Marsha McGregor is on with us. Hello. Snowy, I know you have had a really, really rough week. Snowy lost her baby sister. I think she's the youngest, right? So, she had her service this week. So we're thinking about you, Snowy, and your family. Tanja, Happy New Year. Good to see Audrey Roundtree on with us, and Benita Boy. Wishing everybody Happy New Year. Same to you. And Erica, if you want to go, Dr. Silver is on here. He will give you the information if you really want to go. I don't need no phlebotomist because you ain't taking my blood. Sorry. You're not doing that. Good to see Barbara Askew on. Good to see you as well. And we're looking forward to you being there. Karen Edmond. All right. So Karen Edmond is a Savannah newbie. And I'm not sure of where you come from, but we are very glad that you are here, Karen. And so everybody, y'all show some love to Karen. I'm going to go ahead and give her some love. And y'all show some love to Karen. Now a part of the world's greatest city, known as Savannah, Georgia. Good to see Linda Frazier on. Henrietta, Happy New Year. Good to see Felicia. I know I missed the Watch Night service. I am so sorry. Patricia, go to my page and just look at it. I put it up. Emma is on. Linda Kelly is on from Reno, Nevada. I know it gets cold there. Dominique Stewart, good to see you. Paula is on. Happy New Year. Christina, good evening. And all rise. Bishop Jacqueline Gilbert Grant has entered the room, and she's had a really, really good week, and blessings and increase. And I'll let her tell her own business when she gets ready. But good things happen to good people, Bishop. So good to see you as well. Karen is here from Chicago. So we are glad to have you here in our city. welcome, welcome, welcome. Andrea Hall Houston is on as well. Robert says, let's drop a peanut. Patty is on from Florida Space Coast. Good to see you. Camila is on. A little bit late, but she's on. But we're waiting for the book club people. Ernestine just returned from Maryland, so it was good to see you as well. Nicole, I don't know what you mean about the film industry in Savannah. Ann Morris is on. Bernia Jackson, good to see you, ma'am. Let me see. Brenda Ponda is on. And hey, Faye Law is on. Is Aviana on? Brenda Haycoat is on. Thank you. Good to see you, ma'am. Octavia Anderson, good to see you. Emma Murphy, Happy New Year to you. Dana, Mayor Dana Williams of the great town of Thunderbolt, our great friend. Good to see you and Happy New Year. Joya Dinkins is on first, and now Richard Dinkins has joined her. Good to see you. Monica Allman, again, always great to see all of you. Yes, it is another year. Faye says she's sleeping, so please tell her I say hello. Jeremy, good to see you. Thank you all. Angie May, Angie is on, and Miguel is on. We had a successful opportunities at Riverview. Thank you all so much for those who donated. Fireworks are allowed at residential neighborhoods. I'll talk a little bit about that. So let's go ahead and get to it. A couple of things I want you to do. The first thing I want you to do is to do what? We want you to like the page, right? Like the page. Go ahead and like the page. Go ahead and like the page. And then we want you to share the page. So can you do that right for me right quick? And we want you to like it, and we want you to share it. And see, some of y'all have not liked this page yet. And again, my consultant people telling me that we need to we'll send it out for those who like the page. So we know we have enough people who kind of, they don't want to look, but they look because, so Steve Wolf, good to see you, Stephen. Hope you're doing well. Georgia Banks, good evening to you. So yes, we want to do that. So Shauna, thank you. Angie, I absolutely agree. So go ahead. We want you to like the page and we want you to share the page. Mayor Van Johnson, we want you to click follow. Hopefully on my page you are following us, okay? Hopefully you are following it. Good to see Veronica Brinson, great attorney in Macon, Georgia. Thank you so much for joining us. Leila Shelton is on. Thank you for joining us. The Film Commission. So the Film Commission is it's appointed by the City of Savannah and is managed by the Savannah Economic and Development Authority. Okay. So let's get into it. I don't have enough shares. I need a couple more shares. A couple more shares. All right, Jenna Berry. I hope I pronounced your name right. But good to see you. Happy New Year to you. It is a regional film commission, but it's based in Savannah. So come on, let's go ahead. I need you to give me some more. Nicole Simmons, good to see you. I need y'all to go ahead and continue. I need you to share. Share. I need you to share. All right, not enough of you to share yet. I need y'all, some more people to share. Can you share? Please share. We want to share our love. Right? All right. So here we go. Want you to do that. You're gonna lay down, Faye. What do you mean lay down? You lay down after Friday Night Live. You don't lay down during Friday Night Live. Is there a 5-year plan for Friday Night Live? I'll tell you about that in a minute. So first thing we do is Tara Strong, right? You know how we do Tara Strong. So let's go ahead and hit Tara Strong. And then, come on, Barbara Pinkney is cheating. Barbara is cheating. Cheating. You're not supposed to cheat. we do the old-fashioned way. So we do Tara Strong, and then of course we send out love to those of us that are dealing with issues of lupus. So we have our lupus warriors. Natalie Wright, good to see you. Good to see the Honorable Kendra Roll from the City Commission of Brunswick. Good to see you, ma'am. Glad to have you. Yeah, I know you're cheating, boy. I know you're cheating. All right, and we're doing for our lupus warriors, and then we're going to do one for multiple sclerosis. Right, so let's do one for our multiple sclerosis. Let's get that done as well. Okay, we got that, multiple sclerosis. Get that done. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And if you would be so kind. Hey, Yolanda Ship. Good to see you, ma'am. Happy New Year. Glad I got a chance to see you yesterday. I'm going to do something a little special today. Let's do this for Pastor Tillman. He likes the color red. Let's go ahead and let's give him 4 red hearts as he continues to recover. The holidays is not when you want all this kind of stuff to go down, but thank God he's all right and he's on the mend, and we're waiting for him to return to us. So if y'all would show us that, and go ahead and share some love for Pastor Tillman. There we go. All right, very good. Yeah, you showed some love for Pastor Tillman, so we want you to get better, right? We're expecting for you to get better, Pastor Tillman, and because we have willed it and decreed it to be so, Pastor Tillman, you have to get well soon. Quickly, sir. Quickly. And you have to do what Lady Tillman tells you to do. And if you do not, she is going to tell us. And you will get messages from the Friday Night Live family because we want you to get well soon. So, we're happy that you're able to still be on with us. And we're just thinking about you, man. We want you to know that and how much we appreciate you. You've always been in the corner of everybody who's needed you. And maybe perhaps here lies an opportunity for us to be able to share some love with you. So we love you, and nothing you can do about it. Good to see Barbara Watson on, and I'm sure Pastor Tillman is loving all this love. So thank you, Pastor Tillman, and we want you to get well. And Leah says sarcoidosis strong. Okay, so I'm to find out more about that. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and get into it this week, right here. Welcome to Friday Night Live. This is how we build community in Savannah that extends across the world. Tonight, we have someone on from Ghana tonight where we'll be going this summer. So this week is week number, get this, 250. 250. This is literally 250 weeks, 1,751 days. We have been doing this 4 years and 9 months. We have been doing this for 57 straight months. Every single Friday night, we have been together. Lanice, good to see you. What if every week we've done this? Every single week, every single Friday, no matter where I was, no matter where you were, right? We've been together, and we've gone through the best of times and the worst of times together. And I'm just so grateful for all of you. Angie's just started one. And again, I'm just grateful for all of you. And this milestone, 250 weeks, every single week. I'm just so appreciative of you. And so, and I want to tell you about, where it was for me. A year ago today, I lost my dad. You remember that? A year ago yesterday, I had given my inauguration address. And then about noon today, a year ago, my dad transitioned from time to eternity. And that Friday, I was on Friday Night Live. And we were together. And this was absolutely the lowest time in my entire life. And it was the best and worst week of my entire life. My daddy was gone. And I made it through because I made it to Friday night. I made it through because of all of you. When he passed on that Wednesday, on that Friday, I was with you. And you all helped me make it through. And it's been a wild year. It's been a year of adjustment, and I'm not the first. Many of you understand what being in that front row experience means. It was hard. It was difficult. For those of you who've never been there before, and I had gone a long time in my life without being in that front row. And to be honest with you, I don't think I would have made it through had it not been for you all, and for your thoughts, and for your prayers, and for your expressions of concern, both privately and publicly. And I will be forever grateful for Friday night. If you want to talk about strength of community, that's what this was for us. Going through that time, but yet having a community of people from all over the place. Thank you, Eva. Thinking about you and praying for you. I appreciated that. I know my mom did. I know, my family did. I know Max did. I know y'all like Max. And just a testament to the love and affection I have for the Tillmans is that the morning that we laid my dad to rest, I look up and Pastor Thurman Neal Tillman and Sister LaWanda Tillman are in Brooklyn, on Ralph Avenue, at this church. Had no idea they were coming, and they showed up, among others, to be of support to me. And so I wanted to say that. I've been dreading this day. Hey, Angela, I didn't know what this day would look like. I didn't know whether they were going to have to get me up on a spatula off the floor. And they did. I mean, it was a day of not even particularly being overly sad, but really just being particularly grateful. Understanding, how things all worked out. Because it could have happened in so many different ways. And so for me, particularly in the guilt that I often feel because I'm not there. But yet I was able, in this case, the entire last week and so of my dad's life, I was able to see him every day until the last day. And so, thank you all so much for that. Thank you so much for being who you are, what you've meant to me. I had a reason that Friday to get my behind up, and I had a reason to interact, and it was because I wanted to be with you all, and so I appreciate you all for it, and so I made it through the first year. Not entirely happy, but certainly joyful and thankful for that amazing life that helped to produce me. And just grateful for all of you and what you all have done and been for me, particularly over this last year. Mother Sadie Campbell is on. So we stop whenever I see Mother Sadie Campbell. She is queen of Friday Night Live. She is 100 years old, because 99 and a half old too. Always good to see you, Mother Sadie Campbell, our senior Friday Night Liver, 100 years old. And our youngest Friday Night Liver, Miss Aviana, who's 4 years old, is sleeping. How dare she, right? Good to see you, Mama Sadie. Hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Patty, Terry. Good to see you, Terry. I saw Terry yesterday. Thank you, Natasha, and thank you, Sister LaWanda. I didn't think I could do it, but yeah, we pulled it off. Hey, Elder Erica Harnett is on, so if that means Maya is on. Hey, Maya! So I hope she's on. But thank you all so much. Ebony, thank you. Happy New Year to all of you. So a couple of things I wanted to kind of talk about and get into in our time today. Obviously, already this year, some very dangerous stuff kind of going on. We all looked in horror about what happened in New Orleans, and looked in horror about what happened in Las Vegas. They're saying, hey, Lamb, that these two events were not connected, but it certainly shows you, literally, how vulnerable, we all are. When you find people who are absolutely dedicated to the point of their own lives, of causing terror, and how important it is for cities, as best they can, to be able to be prepared. I know Mayor Cantrell of New Orleans very, very well. And their city hosts big events all of the time. What do you do with somebody who is just, determined to hurt and hurt people, and kill people, and even kill themselves in the process? And I'll tell you, there's not much you can do at all. And so for those who are going through that, and also people like Monica and those who were there, it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. So we continue, whenever these types of things happen, it forces us to kind of look at what we got going on. Obviously we have areas that are always of concern to us. We pride ourselves in being a very open community. We don't want to become a fortress. But then we also have a responsibility to keep people safe. And so we continue to look and review, and we have people that's all they do. That's their job, to look and review and make sure that they do what they can to help keep people safe. So we will continue to do that. And we certainly ask for your prayers and thoughts for those who were engaged and involved in those actions. In addition to the people killed, there were plenty of people who were injured. And then there are people who are just traumatized. You don't think that, being in that type of space when something like that happens. So I wanted to make sure that we lifted them up. Also, we lost President Jimmy Carter. You know, and I think, when you talk about eulogizing a life such as that, I mean, I'm not sure there's anything else that you can say. He, like Miss Sadie, was 100 years old. He was the 76th governor of Georgia. He was the longest lived president in the United States. And the 39th president, he was the president of my youth. I think when I really started paying attention. Nicole, we all have a lot of work to do. I mean, I wouldn't just say it was Savannah. Every city. There is no city here that I think is safe from someone who wants to do the wrong thing. I think we're as prepared as we can be. But, the truth of the matter is that, people don't want to feel like they're in fortresses. And nor do people want to put that type of expense into, those types of preventative measures. I mean, everybody will say they want it, but then when it's time to do it, they don't pay for it. And so, again, for us, it's about finding a balance between freedom and safety. And how do you do that in a way where people don't feel suffocated in their own sins? So we continue to work and pray and work some more. So back to President Carter. I mean, I remember him having a really rough 4 years. Again, I was a kid. I was really interested. And I think I got into this really, particularly, with the Iran hostage crisis. And I remember it because that was like the beginning of Dateline. I remember that. I remember the first time Nightline started with Ted Koppel. And every night they were like giving an update on what was happening. And so that kind of morphed into its own thing. It was actually, a time, and then when he came out of office, he continued to just really make an impact. I mean, he's built with his own hands houses for people. He's gone around the world to oversee elections, and so I think the lesson of him is that he's in the same house he built before he became president. He loved his wife. I mean, he loved him some Rosalind. And he was a simple man, but he was a man of service. And I think, at the end of the day, you can reach the highest heights in politics, but the reality is, what have you done will put you in the gift. And he certainly has used his notoriety to be able to help others. So, we certainly know he lived a well-intentioned or purpose life. Everybody wants to know, am I planning to have more security in the downtown area, be on the safe side? No. I mean, I think for us, we have, and I don't want to get too much into what is already there. I think for us, it's not about panicking, it's about planning. And so, we have probably in the downtown area, we have more police per capita just because of the activities that are downtown, and because a lot of these businesses have off-duty police officers, not only from Savannah but Chatham and the state. I think again, this was an incident that could have happened anywhere. I'm not sure why Dewey chose New Orleans for it to happen. We're not going to panic. We're just going to continue to improve. And again, I think this could have happened anywhere. I was in New York for the ball dropping, so I was in Times Square, and the amount of work that they created, perimeters among perimeters, to be able to keep people safe. To the point where they had like kind of two perimeters that were blocks and blocks out. I could see people in Savannah having a fit about that type of inconvenience. So I think we have to balance comfort with safety. It's not impossible. I think it can be done. I just think we have to figure out how to do it. Hey, Carol and Brian, good to see you. Alicia has joined us. All right, you're late. All right, but we forgive you. Good to see you. Thank you, Jennifer. No, Nicole, I think it's freedom. I don't think it's freedom versus safety. I think it's freedom and safety. I think it has to be balanced. Again, safety could mean for us, well, you can barricade streets. It could mean that we don't have, that you could have no, clubs open at night because there's a greater propensity of someone being shot. But the problem is in Georgia, we allow guns to be everywhere. You can barricade streets and somebody can come up with a gun that they could legally have and just shoot anybody if they want to shoot. So, I think, the problem is we have to be able to work within the context and confines that the law allows us. Right now, we have what's called constitutional carriage. I'm not sure it is much we can do about that kind of stuff. The good part about it is, Angie, that, St. Patrick's always draws huge crowds, but we've also had a very good security group that has served us well. And so every year, we're always modifying that. We're always looking at intelligence. Again, the safest way is not to have it at all. And I just don't think that that security, that we should not be afraid to live in our own city. We're not going to do that. We're not going to live in fear. We will hope to continue to keep people safe, but also be able to manage and use, again, a variety of both technical and personnel resources to be able to make sure people remain safe. Thank you, Shirley. Nicole, we've talked about no cars on River Street. I don't think that's necessarily a safety issue. It's really more of a inconvenience deal. When people are cruising on River Street and all that stuff. So we haven't really made any plans about that. We are getting ready to start our planning for renovating River Street, and so that'll come up as a part of that new design. So good to see Barbara Kaufman on with us as well. Thank you. And Monica Thornton, who's really, really smart. She said they can drop explosive drones, right? It can be all kinds of stuff. So thank you for lifting that as well. So Walt here, good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us. Again, I don't think that we should live our lives in fear. To me, part of terror. Hello, Kim. Good to see you. Part of terror is to have people living in fear. And so, if you dramatically alter your life because of the thought, of the intimidation, then the terrorists have already won. If we say we're not going to have a parade because we're afraid of somebody doing something, to me, the terrorists have already won. And so we're not going to do that. We're not going to have the spirit of fear. We will continue to exercise sound judgment. We'll continue to leverage technology and best practices. We'll continue to protect our environment and through environmental design, create ways to be able to keep people safe. And I think, the other thing is that people say, everybody wants to be safe. Nobody wants to pay for safety. And nobody wants their lives to be restricted by safety. And so, we have to find that middle ground. But it's not only us. We're going to have over 19,000 cities, villages, and towns. And everybody struggles with that. Because no matter where you are, and particularly in larger cities where you have large events, Savannah, we are right. We don't have the Super Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Super Bowl, the Jazz Festival happening in our city. I mean, these large gatherings. We don't have a those things happening. So, Lord told us at the stage, hey, let me pray up. Yeah, I think we have to be able to exercise wisdom in addressing those types of things. And Robert, that was, people complaining. I mean, you have police cars blocking the street, and then, dude drove around it. I mean, he was determined to die by his suicide by homicide because he knew he was going to get killed. Let me see. How can you get involved? In California, you become commissioners first. You're effectively limited by stuff. I'm just an artist. It's not my job to be pronounced. How can you get involved with what? I don't know what you mean by getting involved. Lynn, good to see you. Jacqueline Jones Wright, you're late. Ma'am, where you been? We expect you on time. Yeah. Well, I mean, Vegas is always, you just have so many people on there. But again, we're not going to live in fear. We're just not. That's just not the way we want to live. Because once that happens, the terrorists have won. Good to see Monia from Ruin Thai. I was in Ruin Thai yesterday. Glenda was there too. Glenda was there. I came yesterday, and I had the pad thai, and of course it was very, very good. So always good to see my friends from Ruin Thai. The trip was good. I was home with my mama, and my mama was cooking breakfast for me. And then she said, "You want lunch?" And then she was cooking dinner for me. And I'm not used to this. And she's like, "Well, your food's gonna get cold." I'm like, "That's all I eat is cold food." And she would say, "Your food is getting cold. Your food's getting cold." So, hey, I was great. I slept a lot, and I did whatever it was she wanted me to do. So, good to see Leo Ladybug. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah. So, are there any questions? I'm waiting for you, Nicole, to kind of clarify. I want to make sure I'm responding to the right question. This is 2025. We have made it into another year. What a wonderful opportunity to start some new behaviors, right? And start some new opportunities and start, doing some things differently. It's really another day, but for us, it represents the turning of a page, and so you get the opportunity to do that this year. When having large events, are drones allowed to be flown in the areas outside of officers? So yes. Now the issue is that there are very, very strict guidelines by the FAA and privacy concerns as it relates to drones. And so what you do is when we have drones and we will use them when we can use them. The challenge has always been, people saying that we're spying on them. So I think we have to use wisdom as it comes to that, and then we have to obey the law. So there are very specific circumstances in which we can use drones. Parades and things like that, you can use them. Public events, you can use them. So a lot of that. So we know what involved means. Nicole, I'm asking, what are you talking about? I didn't get what you said. I'm looking back to see what you said. I didn't understand this, so I'm asking clarification. Brandon Hearts Church, good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. My good friends at Brandon Hearts. if you go to Lou Phelps Savannah Business Journal, if you put a link there, you can get some good news there. Marvis and Drone is not trying, so yellow on there. Okay. So Debbie wants to know about PFAS. So PFAS, they're called forever chemicals. We are currently in litigation with that, so I can't say much, but I will tell you that cities across the nation are engaged in litigation as it relates to what's called forever chemicals that are in the water, unbeknownst to us by industry, and so we are addressing that in the courts. The federal government is requiring us to make major adjustments in our water system to address it, and so we feel that we've suffered some damages. So we're addressing it in the courts. Hey, Delisa Cliff, good evening to you. What's on the agenda for street repairs this year? Well, so we have a rolling street repairs. So with all the streets we have in Savannah, I think they estimate it's like 20 years to be able to go through and repave the entire city. So there is a established street program. If there are holes, we'll fix them. Repaving is a different program. So it's an ongoing program that our city does as it relates to that. If it's a street repair, a damaged street, then we come out and repair that. You call 311, you get a tracking number, and we come out and we fix it. That's the deal. Chuck saying that Dietrich called me. He did. And sorry for your loss. Bay Street is horrible. Yes, Lynn. Bay Street is horrible. And the state is responsible for that. And the problem really is that not only that, but the streets that the state controls, which is Bay Street and Victory Drive, which are major east-west corridors. Those are state roads, but they're so heavily traveled that it's really, you really don't have an opportunity to really shut them down. I know Victory Drive, they did some paving this year, but it's just so heavily traveled. Where do you reroute truck traffic in those cases? So, we keep our eyes on that as well. Again, those are state roads, and so we have to work with the state to be able to get those things done. But thank you, Lynn, for recognizing that. Anything else you want to know about? This is going to be another good year. Looking forward to really continuing to work hard. We have a new presidential administration coming in, and we'll get our government to be able to hopefully work with the Trump administration, and hopefully we'll enjoy as good a relationship that is beneficial to our city as we've had with the Biden administration. For us, we don't have permanent friends and enemies. We have permanent interests. Okay. That you call Barry Cole. I don't know who Barry Cole is. Okay. Well, Ms. Tillman, remember now, Highway 70 Geechee Road, we've been waiting for that for 20 years. 20 years to finally get this plan done. And so it seems like it's moving, dragging along. I think when it gets done, we'll be good. It's just we have to get there. This is a major multi-million-dollar road project. As you notice, not only widening it, but also making sure that they're able to put pipes down as well. So it's a major, and I should be getting an update on that soon. Augusta Avenue is bad. Well, no, Jacqueline. Now, when I was alderman there, which is within the last couple of years, I had Augusta Avenue paved. I know because I put down about 1.5 miles of sidewalks on Augusta Avenue, and the street was actually repaved, which actually caused a little bit of a problem because it raised the street up a little bit. So, yeah, so it should not be bad. But if there's an issue, 311 is the number to call. Natalie wants to know are the Giants on the couch yet? Giants been on the couch. We started off the season on the couch. We beat the Indianapolis Colts like they stole something, and I was happy about that. I was very happy about that. But we kind of messed ourselves out the first pick for the draft. But hey, you play for your pride. Apparently, Geechee is not technically Savannah, so they are. Well, Geechee what? Geechee Road, Geechee Ton. What do you mean by Geechee? Rashawn, we love you too. You don't have to know everybody, Rashawn. We still love you anyway. Rachel is back in the ER. All right. I'm glad you are back. Give you some love for that. Nicole, what do you mean by Geechee? It's not technically Savannah. You talking about Geechee Road? If you're talking about Geechee Road, Geechee Road is really Highway 17. Geechee Road is in Savannah from the beginning, which would be Anderson Street, till probably low past Girard Avenue. Then it skips a little bit, then it becomes Garden City, then it becomes the unincorporated county, and then it becomes the unincorporated county all the way to the county line where it becomes Richmond, not Richmond, I'm sorry, it becomes Richmond Hill, right? Richmond Hill, Bryan County. So, thank you, ma'am, I appreciate that. It's not the hot seat. I know the answer. I'll say it if I don't. I don't know. I'll find out. So, I thank you anyway. Valerie Osborne, hello, happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Any other questions that I can answer? Anything else? Well, we are proclaiming. We are proclaiming that, okay. Oh, yes. So, Geechee Road, yes, Lynn. So, yeah, Jacqueline, yeah, if it is, yeah, call 311. Yes, we have raised now, effective January 1st, the City of Savannah's minimum wage for City of Savannah employees is now $18 an hour. And we're really excited about that. After just 5 years, we've raised our minimum wage from $13 and change to now $18 an hour. We cannot get people out of poverty, paying poverty wages. And our city's not going to be the one doing that. So, Nicole, Geechee Road near Berwick is in Chatham County. Southbridge, Berwick, Southbridge, Berwick, are all over there. They are in unincorporated Chatham County. So yeah, it's not in Savannah. They are in unincorporated Chatham County, which means that they, if you have an issue for something out there, then you have to call Chatham County. People will assume that it is in Savannah, but it's not. It's in Chatham County. It's very far. So anyway, hope you all are doing well. we proclaim this will be your best year. Keith Kimball talked about the Luther Party. I'm gonna figure out a way for us to have. Maybe we'll do a Luther Party at the our next get together. We're gonna hopefully when Glenda gets back, we're gonna go ahead and hopefully she helps us to make that happen. But you know, this year is your best year, and I want you to say it. This year is gonna be your best year, and then make it your best year. You say what you want to see, and then you work to make what you say what you see. That makes sense? You say what you see. You say what you see. Then you work to make what you say what you see. And so we're looking forward. Leslie Baker's on from Burton. Good to see you as always. And all of you. Oh, Tarika, where have you been? Haven't seen you in a minute. But I know we love you. There's nothing we can do about it. Molly, good to see you. Congratulations to all our newly elected judges, newly appointed judges, and elected officials as well. LaMonica Graham, have not seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. And Lynn is waiting on another kidney. All right. Well, we're gonna give you some love, and we're gonna pray for you to get one. We have to start doing that. Good to see you, Frank Smart, sir. It's gonna be cold tonight, so you know y'all cut the heat on. Elaine Broxton, Happy New Year to you. Alicia, thank you. Karen, thank you, and welcome to Savannah. We're on every Friday at 8 o'clock. I hope to see you on again. If you come 2 times, then we start expecting you, okay? Renee Williams, Happy New Year. Terica is working as well. It will be one of the greatest years. Lisa, good to see you. Regina, thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Goldwire. Thank you. Nicole, thank you. Bali, thank you. All of you. This is going to be your best year. When we get to this time next year, you're going to say you turned the corner, you made things happen, you have exceeded your expectations. Your wildest dreams not only overtook you, but overcame whatever it was you were going through. That you got out of your own mind, and your mind was blown by the wonderful things that happened to you this year. That things, and we're proclaiming for you that things will come your way, but they won't bother you. They'll be like mosquitoes. They'll just be in your way, but they won't harm you. That you'll be safe, that you'll be happy, that you will find happiness, and if you are not happy, at least you'll still have a sense of joy. So again, thank you, Richard. Blessings on blessings to you, and we're looking forward to a really good year. Thank you all so much. Thank you for joining us on Friday Night Live. This is the first Friday Night Live of 2025. Remember, this is number 250. We're getting close to year number 5, and we're gonna do something for year number 5. So I'll let you know about that next week. All right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all. Love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace.